Son, you got to heal. That's our priority, not giving you information that will upset you.
So whose idea was it to slap Reid's heart inside my chest? Yours? Mom's? Did Tom have to pull some legal strings to make it happen? I mean, whose bright idea was it?
It was Reid's.
How could this have been Reid's idea? He was hit by a train. He was killed.
But he didn't die in the accident. He was in critical condition, and Margot had the ambulance bring him here.
He could speak for a little while, and he gave Luke power of attorney.
And then he insisted that Tom draw up the legal papers that guaranteed that you would get his heart, providing that there was a tissue match.
And there was, which is why you're here today, giving us all so much grief.
Excuse me, Dr. Hughes. I need to check his vitals.
Okay, you go ahead. We'll be outside.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You said exactly what I was thinking.
No, I'm sorry about telling Chris that he had Reid's heart.
Well, he needed to find out sooner or later.
I don't know. I was trying to keep it from him, but I felt like he just somehow deep down inside knew.
Oh, you did the right thing, Katie. Maybe now he'll see Reid as the hero we already knew he was.
I'll tell you what a hero is. A hero is somebody who shows the rest of us how to do what's right, who leads by example. And Reid was the opposite of that. Reid was an arrogant, reckless jackass. No, ask any nurse who worked with him. Ask the doctors. Hell no, you were his patient. You knew what he was like.
Where's this coming from?
Because everybody thinks that he was this genius neurosurgeon, this genius brain surgeon, but he didn't use an ounce of his brain when it mattered the most. I mean, what good is being smart when it can't help you see the difference between safety and danger? I mean, he must have seen those flashing lights at the train crossing. He must have seen them, but he thought, no, I can beat this. I can make it before those barriers go down. If he had just thought, if I wait 30 seconds, just 30 seconds for this train to pass, I can go to Bay City, I can get that heart. But all he thought was, I can do this, because he thought he could do everything because he was so damn smart. Yeah, he was so damn smart, he got himself killed. A real hero would have gone to Bay City, he would have gotten that heart for Chris, and he would come back to me alive.
Hey, Luke,
a real hero.
Luke!
What?
It's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's okay.
You said he could have been a brilliant chess player. He was a brilliant surgeon.
Medicine was his whole life. I mean, until he got to know Luke.
Why? What happened?
Well, Luke opened him up a little, a lot. I mean, right before he...
What Lily's trying to say is not only was Reid a world-class surgeon, but he died a better man.
Was he?
Was he happy?
Yeah, at the end.
I think he was content. But in my book, that's a notch above happy.
Right before he died, Reid saw to it that a young man, a colleague of his, who needed a new heart, got Reid's.
And if you ask me, I think that's the ultimate act of generosity.
This was my nephew's idea?
Yes. In fact, he insisted on it.
How's the guy with his heart doing?
Last we heard, he's doing okay.
Reid's compassion came through in the end because Luke really did change Reid's world. He brought a whole new experience to it.
Like what?
Love. Pure and simple.
Really can work wonders when there's nothing else.
It literally saved a life. Sir, we're asking you to let our son put Reid to rest. After what he did, I think it's the right thing to do.
You really have to go now. Reid Oliver was in love with your grandson, wasn't he?
What the hell does Reid Oliver have to do with me?
Do you know when things really counted, this arrogant, self-centered man acted out of pure compassion? Could you ever see yourself doing that?
What are you trying to say?
You are so programmed to fight, Lucinda. It seems to be the only option that you will ever consider, even when your enemy happens to be your daughter.
I've spent my entire life fighting, and you know why. Because I had to. Now, Lily, I have lost Lily. Should I lose my métier? Should I risk that as well? This is all I got left.
Just a business. And as far as money goes, you've stashed away enough you're going to be able to spend it in your lifetime. So what further damage could Lily do to you?
She's never going to get the chance to find out.
Then why do you keep doing it? What do you get from fighting? Why do you fight?
It's the only thing that I do well.
Do you know that Reid Oliver, he did something that he couldn't do well on the last day of his life. And he will be remembered for what he gave rather than what he took away.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that it is not too late for you to change the outcome of how this thing is going to work. And you can do it. You have it in you.
Are you okay?
Whenever I hear that sound there, I think of Reid. Right now, that's all I can hear.
This is what Reid wanted.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to live with that? I mean, knowing that every breath I take for the rest of my life will be because of him.
Is that so terrible? That you get to have a life?
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, that's what it sounded like, and I don't like it. You're sounding like Reid at his worst, all full of pride and ego. Oh, poor put upon Chris. I could strangle you right now.
Well, then you'd undo all of John's hard work.
This is not funny. You get a second chance at life. And if you spend one more minute feeling guilty about how you got that chance, you will not only dishonor Reid, but the amazing gift that he gave you.
Katie,
No, you owe Reid joy. Joy that you get to live, and that every little breath you take for the rest of your life will be because of him. Otherwise, you might as well be dead. So suck it up, Hughes.
Don't sell yourself short, little girl of mine. Come on. You shouldn't live for business. You've got it in you to change.
Oh, he's a doctor. He's a personal motivator.
We should worry more about the people we love, not about things and power and control. If you got that, you've got it made.
Speak for yourself, John. And don't call me old girl.
Would you like me to speak to Lily?
Oh, good heavens, no, please don't. Look, I appreciate, I do. I appreciate your interest, your time, and your pep talk, even though, you know, such as it was. Lily's lost cause. Okay. You really have to go now. Okay.
There's just one thing you got wrong, though.
Only? Only one. How refreshing.
I do know you. I've always known you. I would go so far as to say that nobody before or since we were together has known you better. I'm glad you're not sick anymore. I'm very, very glad.